But we're going to have some fun while we're here, and I can't wait to work on some emotes with you guys, so let's get into it. Hey, there we go. Oh, it's time today, dude. We're going to do some fucking... It's been a while since we did an art stream, eh? It's been a minute. Oh, I was kind of jamming out. Everyone's going to be walking around in thigh highs. God, I hope so. That's how you know you've made it as a community, is everyone's doing it the best kind of fashion. I think, honestly, we're going to just go play the Cities playlist because that's just damn good. Can't beat it. Just everything's a fucking banger. All right, here we have Miko POUT. Every time I look at it, I go, huh, I didn't do a very good job on that one now, did I? Now, these were done very quickly, so I drafted them. Each one was done in about 10-20 minutes. So really it was just I threw it together and then we uploaded it because I wanted more emotes. It was that simple. It's a beautiful thing about doing your own emotes is you can put them up quickly. The downside is you've got to actually be the one to make them look good too. And that's the fucking hard part. So here we are doing our due diligence. We're going to probably completely redo this one, but at least the shadows. Couple problems I have with this boy. That's a bit loud, I think, right? You guys usually complain about the volume unless I put it around there and then people are happy with it. I'm going to put it right there, just to spite you. Just a little bit higher than that. Okay. Yeah, so I have a couple problems with him. One, his horns are 2 different sizes. That's a big problem to me. This is a massive issue. This right here is a big issue because this is too close together to... It ends up blending together, and then this whole shape ends up being what the hell. So this needs to come out more. Or we let it be down further. We could let it almost be, you know, it's not a phase mom hair flip. Who knows? A couple options we have there. I like the ears, but this whole gap over here is a problem. He needs to be justified to the right. He always gets justified to the right. We are still working on the circle. The face is pushed down because he's pouting. The face is good in the sense that the mouth is there, but once you shrink this down, that becomes like 1 pixel. So we're probably going to rearrange his face a little bit so that, one, his eyes are about the same shape. They should just be circles that are cut in half. And as you can see, this is not a circle. It's like a boat shape. It's not what we're looking for. So we're going to do only what is necessary, absolutely necessary. Look at that kissy face. He's cute no matter what you do to him. All right. So anyway, those are some changes I want to make to him. So we're probably actually just going to start completely fucking over. We're going to keep it, though, in the background just so we have reference. But yeah, we're going to completely start over here because it's just what you do. When you do a bad version, you got to come in and make it right again. Is that the right size? Nope, too small. I think we did 10. 10 looks right. This does get not to a standardized size, but it does depend on kind of what's going on in the image. I think that's good because we're going to have his horns moving forward if we take a look at this. Let me just draft a little bit. Oh, that's not on a fucking good layer. Damn it. I do this every time, too. I even know how to do it quickly. Just to get about there. This music reminds me of Tekken. Beats jazz reminds me of Tekken. Very difficult for me to watch chat while I'm doing this, by the way, so don't cause a riot, okay? Be good. Be precious. Okay, so let's get a couple of these layers. I'm going to grab my pincel, and we're going to do some drafting. So that's good. I'm a boat. Fuck you, snake, little bitch. No riot. Fucking fern. No cocks. No cocks, I promise. I was promised Twitch I'd be a good boy. No cocks. Okay. So, a couple things. We could have him where it's just like... Which I think the further lower down it is, the cuter it will be. I mean, his horns are just straightforward there. The only problem is this is going to be very difficult to actually see once you get there. We'd have to move his face over a bit. It'd have to be like this. Yeah, something like this, and obviously bigger. It's a little bit too far down because his features will scrunch his actual face. Here we go. Carry on. So I'm thinking his eyes can be about here. The most important thing is that we're able to see both of his eyes and he is pouting. But this is more of a grumpy pout. He's not sad. He's just like, meh, I didn't get to eat them. I was promised squishy chicken. No, you were not. You were not promised shit. You were promised emote stream, and that was it. So we could get away with something like that, but it's so small. There we go. We just have to figure out kind of where his horns are going to be. I think right there is all right. The hair tuft comes out between them. I do want the hair tuft to come out past the forehead a little bit. Could do one eye right over here. And then give him his ears, which the other one will just come off the back there and just go straight down. So the circle probably should hit the edge. Oh, he looks so sad. He looks so sad. Oh no. But we're gonna give him grump eyes. He's gonna be grumpy. Because this grump factor is gonna help a lot with there we go. That's much better. He's got a much bigger mouth now too. Much more space for the mouth. We want pout to be grump. We don't want sad pout. Sad pout doesn't happen in our community, not to Coco. He's grumpy boy. I don't know if we want to give him the brows, though. That's a lot that has to fit in there. Fuck, then perish. Yeah, I think just pout eyes is good enough. Why is he so sad? What did you do to him? I don't know. This other horn should probably be up there. Really, it's usually about like this, which it would put it back where it was before. But we do it central to the eyes, over the eyes, but not always. We do want this to be circular. Just about circular, where we've just cut off part of the circle. This side's going to want to come down further, but you can already see we're going to have issues right here. This will be fine. This whole section up here has been fixed. It also looks like a bird. Almost looks like you could have another Coco on the other side. Oh no, don't do it to me. There we go. So yeah, this looks like it's fine. I think the face will be easy to figure out. It's just that this is going to need to become very, very bold. So if we like draw it out. I almost like that better. He's like, yeah. Someone took his knives away. Yes. Pouty Coco. Pouty Coco is in trouble. Before, his mouth was more like this. But I think that just giving him a broader frown is going to be easier to see. So let's figure out his horns. This one. And I do want him to be pointing forward because that's just going to help it be much clearer that his head is tilted forward. Even though, man, this is going to be a bit of an issue just because it doesn't point out that far. But we do need to break that line with something jutting out from it. So we do need to break that line. We could tilt this horn up a little bit more. I think that would be okay. It's, again, a different shape. But if we were to really follow our guideline there, that would work for his other horn. For his hair tuft, it almost feels like we got a whole lot more room to be able to work with it there. But as long as it also goes past the length, then we should be good there. Did I just undo? You fucker, you put that line back. All right. All right, there we go. Let's get rid of some of this. I definitely like the horn upturned a little bit. Let's get rid of the guidelines. Guidelines end up getting in the way a lot of the time. As soon as you don't need them anymore, get rid of them. This is like if he gave a duck a kazoo. That's what this song is. This is a duck plus kazoo. And then you grab that duck and you just shake it violently. Get rid of your guidelines. All right. That's looking much better. I think that's going to translate better. I think we could even, and this is a good thing to be able to do, I think we could grab his face. Bring it up just a little bit because this is going to give us more options in the future. This is going to give us more options to further embolden his mouth, which I think honestly I want to redo. Yeah, because he's almost got that bottom lip thing going on. Which I'm not going to add that line there, but I just like I like the broader frown. I like the broader frown, and I think this is going to work better. His left eye is small compared to the right. Needs to come down further. There we go. Almost looks like he hasn't slept in a while. There we go. Yeah, I think I like that better. But we can still experiment with some of it if we were to do another layer and then give him, you know, that kind of mouth. Which could be cuter, but I think it's going to be harder to translate. Let's go ahead and try. I like the idea of the smaller mouth now that I've seen it. Let's try it. It's going to be harder to translate just because it's going to have fewer pixels to work with, but man, do I think that's cuter. Let's give him his body. I'm pushing his body a little bit further back that way than I normally would. I'd probably have it coming out here, because I want it to look like his head is forward and down a little bit. So if we push his body back a little bit, his head's center of gravity, massive as it is, feels like it's further than the center of his chest, and that distance makes it feel like it's falling forward a little bit, which it should. Because that's exactly what should be happening here. You prefer smaller mouth? I do too. I think he's cuter. This is why I was happy that we can move the mouth up, or the face up, because we have more room for this section of the mouth. That wouldn't have been possible with the other mouth. This is more pouty. I agree. So let's go ahead and take that and dull it down a bit. And then we're going to go ahead with our turnip pin, which is good. We're going to set that, is it set on 20? 20 is a bit thick. 20 isn't a bit thick. 20 is going to be probably the only way that we get this to be the proper size. Okay, let's do the easy lines first. I'm going with more expressive lines than I have in the past. In the past, I would focus on trying to make them really smooth. That was a joke, but I like that horn. Going with really smooth. But now I'm much more content with having them be expressive, like that. It isn't a perfect point, but I like it. I think it's going to convey a little bit more emotion. These are going to be a little bit more stylized than we've had in the past. For those of you that have seen the whole journey of how we make our emotes, we started with using vectors because it was easy, really, to use just a mouse to create these shapes, these generic geometric shapes, and then create Coco out of them and use those to really to create all of the different emotes that we have, and use the same assets as often as possible, so we'd have a base emote that we'd then draw the face on. As you can see here, that's not what we're doing. We're drawing everything from scratch. And it's kind of come full circle because we are using the same process for all of these different emotes, even though we're not using the same base, because some of them, his head will be a little bit larger than others, because we can afford to make it a little bit larger than others. Here, we're probably going to scale some of this stuff up. Hey, Murgo. So a lot of the old emotes, we made a base and we just draw his face on. The beauty of that is I could get a lot of emotes out really quickly. The downside is that a lot of those emotes would feel and look about the same, and they ended up feeling a bit samey. Or like the Mikobo, his mouth is literally, I did a W in text rather than drawing it. You know, where that might be much more expressive and cute than that he has. And like this could be a U. I could literally just do a U. You know, even drawing it in is going to be different, but you can see. I did like the idea of the Owo for Owo because, you know, it's an Owo, you know. So anyway, that's that. But now I really like the style that we're doing now, where things are much more expressive. I think they're more fun, and I think that those two things are very important. Never forget the cursed Mikobo. Oh yeah, there are a lot of cursed emotes, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and merge this down on this vector layer. We're gonna use a vector eraser to erase the overlapping lines until they're cleaned up. This is a cleaning stream now. I need to do the back of his ear. That needs to be cut down. There we go. This is why we use vector lines now, because, my God, it's just so much better. We're going to ultimately push all of this over to the right, but I do need to have a line that goes there so that I can erase this, then erase that, then we're going to push everything over. Nope, not you. I'm going to grab everything. God damn it, dude. I want to move you over, all of you. It's not letting me do it. Okay. We'll have to do it in the end. Or just do this. Anyone else moseying off in chat today? Give him a mohawk. It's not a phase, Mom. There we go. It's not a phase, Mom. Fuck the system, bitch. Give him a mustache. There we go. Excellent. He looks like a Lalafell. You'll be moseying off to your lunch break. Oh, that'd be good, Tyvox. Okay, hold on. I gotta flip my pretzel. It's so... Like, I've got the tablet on the keyboard tray. The microphone's right in front of it. But then I've got to somehow get my legs under all of this, and I don't sit flat like normal people. I don't sit like normal people, so I have to sit like a normal person when I'm doing this. No nose. There we go. With ring, because he's a punk. Okay. We are going to draw circles for his eyes, and then we're going to cut them off. The circles, not his eyes. We're going to make both of them about the same size as well. We hope. Did I put that on the wrong layer? No, fuck you. Bitch. Okay. Duplicate. Nope, not you. You stop that. Damn you! The fuck is this? It is in fact a vector. So this is where we get into trouble with, because both of his eyes would be the same size, and you see how one of them gets flattened. He's oh fuck, the shrooms are hitting, dude. Oh, I love Coco. What a good boy. Okay, this is also the beauty of it, in that we can now come in with our turnip pin and go... Well, they're not going to be that close, and this one will be, because it's on a sphere, this one will actually be a little bit squish. Nope, not. Do not keep aspect ratio. I want to squish. There we go. Just a little bit. Because one of them is almost directly facing us on the surface of this sphere, and the other one is over here. It's going to be a little bit squished. It really would be warped a little bit as well, but like no one, you're not going to see that detail in 28 pixels. So here we are, and you may be thinking, oh no, this is overlapping here. No, it's not, bitch. It's fine. Okay, P, turnip pin. Nope, that's a pencil. All right, there we go. So now we can do the eye cutoff line, which will, at the center of the face, become the same cutoff line for both of them. Whoosh. And from there, we can erase the vector. Oh, is that not a vector? Did that not actually copy as a vector? Wait a minute. Cut you off. Oh, the POUT is so strong. The POUT is so strong. Oh, see, we like this. Isn't it 3/4 view? The eyes wouldn't be exactly the same size. Yeah, correct. Yeah, and that's what we did. We squished it a little bit. But this is also good because it gives us more room for his mouth, which is good. More POUT. I think there's a moment at which Fern's gonna go hee hee hee, and then we know that it's there. We know that it's there. We could really get rid of this now, and we're just adjusting what we see. There is the potential issue of this stuff over here being a little bit too close, but black up against black in that way is not going to be that much of a problem. We could still shift his face a little bit more to the right, but I think it's okay. We are going to take this, though, and move him around. Which we know this is going to need to get emboldened a lot. A lot. So we're not committed to any of these line sizes here. In fact, I am going to go in and do a little bit of line adjustment myself. We're going to adjust line width. We're going to thicken it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. There we go. It's going to need to get even thicker than that. All of these lines are going to need to get thicker. We're going to do process whole line. Yup. Yup. You too. Yeah, you especially. All of them are going to need to be about this thickness in order to have any relevance once we get them further shrunk down. Because they'll just blend out. They'll just become nothing. We don't need to do the eyes, though, because they're just going to be filled in with black. So they're gonna embolden inward. Okay, so now we're going to do some colorization, which is the wand tool onto all of his little fur bits. His little furry bits. And then we're going to grab a gray. I haven't decided on the exact gray. Like, that's a little bit too dark, I think. Looks good. Definitely gray. Like, I want him gray, not white. I want him gray, not white. As far as his fur is concerned. There we go. So now we can add a layer. We're going to link it there so I can color over it if I want to. But it only goes over the colors. And that's going to be used for shadows. For now, let's grab his eyes. Oh, I forgot a step. Hold on. I like the color I had. It's about there. We expand 1 pixel. It goes into the lines because there's an edge there where it's anti-aliased. If we push 1 pixel in, then it's clearly into the line, and we're not going to be like only covering up to that pixel and then leaving that one transparent, semi-transparent, because it fills in with bright white and ends up creating some jaggies. So if you fill into right here and then go 1 pixel more, you'll clear all of the anti-aliasing for the most part. Depending on the size of your brush, it's not always perfect. Oh, also we discovered a killer. There we go. So we're going to fill in. This is the only kind of areas where you get these points, but you check those out later. You'll paint those in later manually because you'll be able to see them. You'll look for those corners. This is another corner, but it looks like we got there in time. This is a corner I would be concerned about over here. This one doesn't. It does get there technically, but man, is it close. Up on the horns is another area, as well as the points in the hair, depending on how sharp that corner is. You got 1 pixel right there that's an issue. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be cleaned up by hand, and if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably already be done by now, but I want to point these things out to anybody who's watching because, you know, when my emotes are famous someday, we can look back at these process videos and be like, oh, that's why. You know, that's the idea. Okay, so let's go into our color layer. We're going to now paint. I think that's good. I like that. I need to figure out what level that is. Okay, get our layer in there so we can do shadows in the future. Control D, deselect, wand with W, select both of these. Again, expand to 1 pixel. Get in here and dump in black. Like his soul. See how much cleaner it is because we use the ellipsis tool? That's really good. Yeah, go make some chili dogs, dude. A body was discovered. God help me. There we go. All right, let's get his shirt. I do have an actual hex code for Cocoa Blue. Coco's had enough of your shit? I think so. I mean, this emote right here is the sister emote to Miko Tease. There we go. Let me get down here. It's in editors, pinned. There it is. 283 AAC is Cocoa Blue. It's Cocoa Blurple. There we go. And clipped. Oh no. I should have actually tried, man. That would have been even better. All right. Fuck off. Interesting. Okay, so here I've got the hex code. Put that in. No, don't oh, you fucker. Isn't it real painful when you go to copy something or paste something but you copy it instead? Fuck, makes me want to rip my fingers off. There we go. Okay, there's our color. So here we can go ahead and select his shirt, expand 1 pixel, and then dump in the color onto this layer. Now, when I'm painting something like a commission, this isn't how I operate. This is very much for a vector graphic. So let's go in and now paint up. Hello? There we go. Flat inker is what I use. It's just a 100% opacity brush. Going to grab our gray, fill in that corner there. We're going to go then scan around these corner areas that we suspect or that we scanned earlier and know that will be an issue. If you see the checkerboard behind, obviously that means transparency, so fill that in. Just give it a little kiss, a little squish. There we go. Perfect. Sometimes I just do the corners in case. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt me. Check his eyes because this is the biggest area where the white is going to show through in those corners if you do have issues, and I don't see any trouble there. Okay, so his base colors are good. At this point, we're ready to do shadows, and for that, I do the same Cocoa Blurple, but we take it really dark blue, and then we make this a multiply layer because this is the easiest way to do shadows. The easiest way to do shadows. I do a blended colorizer, and then we can paint in shadows right there. I don't know about this brush. Actually, let me get just a standard. Flat inker's 100%. I don't have a brush that I want to do this with. We used to do, I think that not the textured blender. What was it? It was an oil paint. There was a very specific brush we did. It was for that one. The water bleeder, I think, might have been it. Yeah, this is the brush I used in that one promo image with Coco on the beach. It won't work here, but there it is. You think Tease might just need thicker lines? I think Tease is very successful, but yeah, it just needs a little bit of thickness in the right spot. If you give it a gun, it'll be perfect. I would love there to be someday you get overlays where we could do like the gun overlay. And then it's just like, I can't even draw on there because it's the wrong layer. Yeah, add a little gun. I'm not going to add a gun, but we are going to have it there. What I want to add is a little middle finger, you know? That's fine. That'd be good too. This really can become me go fuck you real fast. But we want it to stay POUT. We want it to stay POUT. I think it's a much more successful version of the emote that we started with compared to what we started with. Pretty sure. I'm looking for the right brush, man. I probably just need to make it. Duplicate. No. Not this one. Not you. Duplicate this tool. This one's going to be soft inker. Can't believe I don't have a soft one. The hardness needs to be brought down to none. Very, very little. And otherwise is the same. We have the brush size as the pressure. Soft inker should be fine. The hardness just goes down. Man, the hardness is still there. 0 is what I'm looking for, really. 1 is the minimum. Okay. Stabilization, brush size. Size is done by pressure. I think, honestly, I'd rather do density by pressure. Ah, there's what I'm looking for. It's more of an airbrush. He is such a little bitch. I think it's beautiful. Yep, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Because what we're going to do is lower this opacity until we get the depth of shadow that we're looking for, right? And I think that's a good start, because it gets his body down there. It lets the top of his head be a little bit brighter. Usually I bring this ear a bit brighter so that it cuts in, so I'll usually come in and just erase it, just like down that line. And then put my own shadow a little bit further back here so that we have kind of a triangle like that ends up being bright still. That really allows this line to be high contrast, and that really pushes the rest of this back, which is what we want. Now, having this much shadow creep up into his features right there could be a problem. This may be a little bit too high where this line of the shadow is there. We are coloring his sphere, so there should be a little bit of shadow back here as well. But that's what this thing is for, is I'm going to bring the brush just straight down here, and then it's going to go just like that. Probably further back, actually. It's probably like this. And then we're just going to let there be a soft shadow that kind of creeps up like this. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and erase this. We're going to do a hard eraser. We're just going to get this side of the ear. And we're going to blend that little bit where we cut above the line. Just being careful right up here on this edge. Then we can get a little bit more drastic as we push back, because we're gonna redo that section. That section's gonna get redone, because remember that the ear is coming off of the sphere at some point. You know, we don't know the exact connection point there. All right. So that's going well. Let's see. Soft inker, yes. There we go. Looking good. Let's bring this back a little bit more, a little bit harder. Bring that down. There we go. So some of the more successful emotes that we have, they ended up having fairly dark shadows on them. This one, I think I want to push back a little bit more shadow into that corner. And we're going, you can see the brush is way out of the canvas there. I think that's successful. There's a little bit down here that maybe we could push in. Yeah, a little bit more shadow there. I think that's good. We're going to lower this a little bit. We're going to give him a shadow on the back of his ears. Or his horns. He's got like 80 ears. Really, I think the shadow would be on the bottom here. The shadow really feels like it would be just right on the bottom there. And cut in. Feels like we'd have a bit of a shadow here. Bit of a shadow here, and get that triangle. Only problem now is the potential for this to have issues. Let's put our shadow back about the same area. That could be good. Hey, villain. How you doing, dude? It's the only potential issue is that these are going to blend together, but it's still good to have that shadow. We don't want pillow shading, though, so we're going to get rid of that right there. Build up your contrast lines. Let there be contrast. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think I like that, but I did want to see it regardless. I don't know that I hate it either. I think that contrast is really helpful for setting the fact that that's a horn, but it definitely just looks copy-pasted. A softer eraser there would do better. Yeah. Absolutely. It looks less copy-pasted. Taper that in a little bit better. Taper that down a bit better. Get rid of some of that intensity. Your shadows will become less intense as they get further away from what casted them. It would not be a bad idea for me to brighten up his chest a little bit. But I do want to select only those bits. But I do think that brightening up his chest a little bit would be nice. It'd give us more of that contrast that we're looking for. Right up on his shoulder. Right as it tucks into the ear, we'll let it get darker again, but we want this bright area over here because that's going to bring out his body a little bit more. His gigantic head. Oh. Oh, are you losing your supervisor? And you liked your supervisor. Well, that's unusual. You must assume the position. I agree, Fern. New mandated policy. Honking is now mandatory at work. Okay, I think that's the new Miko POUT. I mean, now we can scale it down and see how it looks. Once we get it to 120 pixels or 112 pixels, everything looks different. But we have this at least that we can save over POUT. We have it. We do have the old version here, which let me put this into a group. Let me put this into a group, and then you should be able to see them. I wish if I had something selected and I hit group, it would just group all that stuff into that group. Okay. Look at the upgrade. See? That's what I said. This was made in 20 minutes. This one was made in, what, an hour? It's the difference of a little bit of time. I mean, it's a massive difference, isn't it? I think we've also gone a little bit more grump. We've gone from POUT. I mean, the more I look at it, the more this is like, holy shit, he's on meth. To this, which I think is much more in line with the quality standards of our current emotes. This highlight right here bothers me because it's right under his chin. It shouldn't be there. That should be dark if it's under his head. I'm going to fix that real quick. Just add a shadow back. Soft inker. We're going to grab that little section right there. It was really more to get his shoulder to pop out from the back of the ear, or the inside of that ear section. Okay. But I think that feels much better. I think that feels much better. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but it is good for an hour's work. And I think that we can take this POUT and we can be very satisfied with uploading it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save it, and POUT's going to be good. So now we get to decide what our next emote is, and I've got some options for you. I got some options for you. Oh. There we go. And I've got some options for you. We have some that are drafted already, or we have, let's see. No, don't cloud. Fuck off. What? I didn't mean to close that. Open. All right. Can you see this? Oh, you can't see my open dialogue. That's probably for the best. There's tons of dick pics in here. I don't want to get banned for it. Let me open up the options so you guys can see what the candidates are for emotes to be redone or to be done sort of in that finished, polished, remastered look. Show cock, really? No, I'm not going to show cock, dude. Okay, here's Miko Evil, which, I mean, I think it looks all right. The hands don't really work. I think what I want to do is have him do something like this, maybe. We'll see. So good. Yeah, the difference is so good when you take your time with it. But these draft ones are not going to be salvageable. All right, there's Miko Evil. Let me look for the others. I really like Miko Evil. Here's Miko Giggle, which is based on Rian's Tabby Giggle, actually. This one I think will work very well, but we didn't fully draft it yet. Yeah. There's also let's see, another one that we drafted. It's Miko Ha, the new Miko Ha. He's throwing his head back and laughing. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about with it being expressive, is that we're allowing there to be a lot more curvature. We're playing with throwing his ears around. We're playing with different angles. We're playing with it. We're not just doing 3/4 straight on view. We're letting him tilt. We're letting him play. We're letting it roll. Letting it do all these things. And I think we're coming up with some really, really nice emotes as a result. Let's see. Pog, dude. The fucking... This one absolutely, I think, needs help. Psychiatric help would be a good start. There's just something off about it, and I'm not sure what. Even though I think the mouth is extremely successful, there's something about it that's just wrong, and I think it's because his hair tuft. It's not a good spot. I think there's a number of issues with this one. Things that don't translate. I think his hair tuft ends up creating a tangent line with his eyebrows, too. I don't know that he even needs the eyebrows. Like, we could probably just take those out and see what happens. Like, fuck it, YOLO. You know what? Honestly, I think that makes it better. Hard to know, though. But that's another candidate. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see, we've done POUT. We could take a look at Tease, but honestly, Tease feels the most done out of them. Fucking look at him. What a good boy. Coco shaved off his eyebrows, yes. He didn't have eyebrows for the longest time. There we go. I think Tease is good. Maybe a little bit of boldness in the mouth. But man, Tease I think is just successful. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys choose. Let me do a poll, actually. Rian, give me your poll. Hold on. Pull my bait. Okay. Oh, God, I can't type. Which emote to remaster? We have time for one more. Our options are Evil, Giggle. I'll go through them again before we vote. Ha. The Ha remaster. Pog. We do need a Pog emote. Tease. I also want to redo Miko Pop at some point. It'd be like the eighth time. On stream, yeah, you better believe it. Unzip, there we go. Perfect. All right, there's your poll. You can vote for up to 3, guys, so choose any 3 that you want. Here's Evil. Oh, you can't see it. Get fucked. All right, hold on. Put it over there. Here's Evil. Giggle, which was only ever drafted. Ha. Pog, which we have. Fully drafted. And then Tease, which would only be getting, like, touch-ups. Fraggle votes 8, you fucker. Alright, what are the early ones at? Looking at Pog, yeah, Pog needs the most help. It's also one that's drafted, but I really am interested in doing this one again. I think one of the biggest issues I have here is that his head is actually very small, and we're doing a big expression on a small head. And I think I did that because I wanted his ears to be shown as turning, but I honestly think that just having this amount, this right here, is enough to show that the ears are fucking flapping and flying off, which is good. Is 8 Showcock? 8 is Showcock. Where's the Showcock choice? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go through the options again. Evil, Giggle, Ha, Pog, Tease. There we go. I'll close down the poll in like 10 seconds, so get your last vote in if you want it there. You guys voting for Ha right now. Interesting. Look at us indecisive bitches. I know. All right. We're going to take a look at Ha. Okie dokie. Yeah, Pog would have to be redone completely. But we do have our sketch here. We actually have our full-on head. I'm not sure if I want to keep that. We have enough space, I think, for his whole ass mouth. But this one's going to be a challenge because we've got to get tongue and teeth in there. Oh, the fucker. That's just fucking shark teeth. But I think it's going to be fun. So Miko B is the one that Fern just used in chat, which is similar to Miko Ha, but Miko Ha is just, it's not angry eyes. But this one's going to be more of a full emote. There we go. So we're going to go back and take the sketch away. Do we like this? Let me flip it. Let me flip it and see if we still like it. Let's see. Edit. Transform. Flip horizontal. What? I mean the whole thing. I mean the whole canvas. Please. Canvas, rotate, flip canvas. There we go. Flip horizontal. You have like 500 milliseconds where your gut is going to make a decision, yay, nay. It didn't say nay. No, I like it. I like it. All right, flip back. So we're going to take this sketch. We're going to make it work. I've been sketching in pencil more recently just because it helps me see which one is specifically. It fades a lot better. When you lower the opacity, it fades a lot better. Okay, turnip pin on 10. On 20. Really, 20? Okay. That'd be fun. Alright, enjoy your chili fern. Still looks good? I agree. I agree. Alright, let's get some nice expressive lines in here. Now, you fucker. We also want to do these on a separate layer because I'm paranoid. Ooh, that's a good line. That's... Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, that's a good line. There we go. That's a good line. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean that line up in particular, just so I can draw over it. We are going to be creating a tangent line here, unfortunately, with his body. Unless we move it down, it's going to be a tangent line no matter what we do. That's okay. We've got to decide if we want how much of this vertical space before the curve starts, because it's not a circle that's been cut in half, which it could be, but then we just don't have much room for anything other than teeth, which may not be an issue. But the whole thing here is that this is like a full open mouth laugh, like he can't fucking contain himself. We've also got to decide if we want bottom teeth, which... More teeth. More teeth. Always more teeth. I'd make his teeth smaller, like Spriggan's. But, it won't show up, unfortunately. Hey, Nam Valkyria. Good to see you, friend. I hope you're beating June's ass. I like this. I want to get it even more expressive. Yeah. Looking good. Horn 1 should go to the edge of the image. Horn 2 should go to about right there. No. This horn ends up having issues. Really, I do think it should be about right there. And then cut this out, cut that out, cut that out. Okay, go ahead and cut these guys out because I'm pretty sure that those lines are there to stay. And even though we should have this line continue through there, I'm going to not do that because putting a line right there and connecting it up to the head there is only going to create a very tiny triangle that will never actually be seen. Going to kick his ass? Good, I'm glad, dude. Good. He deserves it. Little bitch. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully it connects right. Yes. So there's a different thickness between the two lines here that we'll have to figure out later, but that's okay. We're going to thicken this line anyway, and then we're going to merge them. Same thing with right there. But that's all easy to fix. So now we've got to figure out how we want to do his eyes, which, I mean, obviously it's going to be something like this. Oh. Why do? Just 'cause, June. I abuse the people I love. It's how I say I love you. If I'm nice to you, it's because I don't know you or like you, or both. I think that's much better. Because this is the eye, the brow, which is much better than this, because then we'd also want the brow anyway. This is much more expressive. It's higher up on the face. What we can do... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe that's it. Thicken them, but I think that's it. Now his mouth is going to be difficult. Never mind. Still hard. We do say food to express our love. We do. Build a fire, chat. Build a fire, chat. There we go. Just clean that up. I think we may have room for both sets of teeth. Not the only thing getting thick. Fuck you, chat. Chill. God damn, you're horny today. All right. Good. All right. Let's try and get some teeth in here. I like the idea of being able to get 4, although I think I'm only going to be able to get 3. God, that's evil. That's much better. It's so hard to make Coco look not evil with fucking teeth like that. There we go. He eats like a horse, though. He may be a little goat demon, but he eats like a horse demon. Stop it, Coco. You're eating me out of house and home. Yeah, I got 3 boys at home. The grocery bills are high. Yeah, well, I got an infinite horde of goat demons. Don't talk to me. There we go. I think this is going to be much more successful in the eyes. Maybe. I mean, we can always rotate them. I'm not so sure anymore. But still, I think these lines are going to be necessary. I think these lines are going to be very helpful. They'll just be black, but they'll be the... just like that. That helps to indicate speed. This is, there we go. Slaps a craft single in Coco's face. Yes, that's what he needs, dude. He just needs... get cheesed. There we go. It only makes him... yeah, he'll just catch the cheese and eat it, dude. Like, you don't understand. There's no winning. There we go. This little line right here also needs to go, as does this one, I'm pretty sure. Both of them do. We just have his horns come off the silhouette. We'll have to see with the eyes. Let's try it, because we won't really know until we get done with it, you know? Hey, Silver. So what's everyone doing instead of Final Fantasy XIV today? That's normally what we'd be playing right about now. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix this line up. Saturday night, y'all. There we go. Gonna play some Elden Ring in a bit. Nice. Hey, chat, just a reminder, there's a... we're gonna put a poll together for what build I should play in Elden Ring. Not knowing anything, going in blind. So help Snake help me make that, please. Use the Elden Ring chat. I don't know if you have been, because I'm obviously not looking at it. But I would appreciate your help on that a lot. Okay, and thicken some of these lines. It almost looks like it has a drop shadow in some of these areas. I think this is going to be very successful. I think it's going to be a very successful attempt. I will leave that line. So what we need to do now is merge these lines. That tool. Connect vector line. Right there, make a connection. Right back here, make a connection. Right back here, make a connection. And we're going to thicken this area just where we've selected adjust line width. We're going to scale up, fix the width to be about 12. Do not process the whole line, just this area. You get a nice big bold back area on the back of his head, which is nice. This area is going to be about 12 as well. There we go. You see how easy it is to fix all that line up. Why didn't you do it in the other place? Shut the fuck up. I did see it, chat. I saw it, okay? It doesn't, you're not going to notice it at 28 pixels. It's not. You don't design your emotes to look good at 112. You design them to look good at 120, or sorry, just 28. That's how you do it. That's how you're successful, I promise. They should look good at both. Shut up! Shut up. Literally no one cares. Okay? Stop. Don't even type it. The tiny details you're noticing in the 128 are sorry, the tiny details you're noticing in the 500 resolution are not going to make any sense at 112, at 56, and at 28, I promise. It doesn't. There we go. There we go. Okay. So at this point, sorry, I was spacing out trying to figure out what the fuck Leandro's talking about. What are wiggles? What are we talking about? Okay, so now let's go ahead and use the rest of our canvas here to make these shapes. Hello? I don't know why I'm suddenly getting so gentle. And then I think they need to be turned a little bit, or I think this is good. I think these are fine. We'll fill them in with black, I think. There we go. There we go. You're being a visual novel whore and eating cake you stole from work? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, you're wiggling in Fern's DMs. I see now. Okay. All right, I think it's time to color. Let's get rid of the sketch. I think this is good. This reminds me almost of something that Aurelie would draw. Just the way the mouth is drawn seems like something that, I don't know, it just reminds me of her style. Okay, we need 2 layers here. You go to the top. You're going to be right there for shadows, and you're going to be the base color layer. Neon Skies. Crackle. All right, expanded pixel. Crackle, what have you done to me? All right. Let's get our gray. It's a little more gray than that. There we go. Fuck's sake, dude. His teeth will be white because he's a good boy and brushes every night. There we go. There we go. Is there anything else that's going to be white? No. Expand 1 pixel. Excuse me. There we go. Got it. Nice. All right. Deselect. We're not going to do black for the back of the mouth. We're going to do a very dark red. Do a very dark red / pink. It translates better. It brings out the tongue a little bit more too, especially because he's so monochromatic apart from his shirt. Any color we add is going to pop pretty well. Any color we add is going to pop pretty well. Frackle, if you don't stop abusing my boss, I'm going to kick your ass. Sorry, abusing my bot. You can abuse my boss all day. There we go. Yes. That's D. Fuck, wrong. Okay, there we go. What about the neon skies, though? Have you ever thought about the neon skies? Do you care about the neon skies? I care about the neon skies. More pink. More desaturated. Pink and desaturated. Really, honestly, tongues are more in this area. More of a salmon color. Let's try this. I think that's good. Maybe a little brighter. Maybe even a little brighter than that. I think that's good. I think that's good as a base color. All right, time for a short color, which I should be able to just do this and paste in the hex code unless I've copied something for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think this version's going to be much better. We're going to have a little issue here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this with the lasso because I don't feel like cleaning it up later. Shift select will then let you add. So that works there. Very good. Now we go to our color layer and not our lines layer. I'm paranoid, so I'm going to hide the lines and make sure that all my color is still there. Very good. I am hungry! It's killing me, dude. Okay. My microphone needs to be like right there. That's what needs to happen. There we go. Now I can see. Eat chicken. Oh, good idea. I haven't eaten chicken in a while. No squishy chicken either. All right, let's do that. And we'll do a black. Ooh, look at the corners there. The corner boys. Blech. Flat inker. Fill it in. It's the exact kind of area that you're going to see those errant pixels. It's weird not having to fill in his eyes, man. All right, let's do our fill-ins. I don't trust it here on the teeth. I don't trust it. We're getting all these little corner boys. White's an area that you won't notice if it's wrong, but it'll still be wrong, and that's a problem. Yeah. Yep, you see? You get a sense for it after a while. Should not be able to see through him. He can turn invisible, but not in the emotes. We told him to be not invisible when he poses for us. So now it's a matter of a shadow, and we're going to do basically the same thing where we just take our cocoa blue, we take it to a very dark, saturated point, about right there. Man, it's about 25%, it's about 75%, 25%. 25% on brightness or value, and about 75% on saturation on that same hue is about where we put that. I find that that's a good shadow. Your shadow should be the opposite of your light color. We put it onto a multiply layer. So your hue is the opposite of your light. Then you just get into a very dark area, and that makes a very nice saturation. So we're going to do a soft inker. And we're going to get this bad boy to be a little bit of a big boy. Too much. Well, maybe not so much. It's too much because we haven't reduced it yet. Hold on. Take it down to like that. And then we clear out his ear on this side, and then we redo that side again, which will also include going up into the horn. The back of this horn will be there at the bottom of the hair. Although, honestly, this is really pointing right up to the light source, so there probably won't be a shadow on his hair. When is Coco Pog? Bam! It's a draft version, but we have it. Yeah, when the boat lands on it is for sure. I don't like that shadow. I don't like that shadow. It's because our brush is too big. There we go. I think we get into a bit of a dramatic shadow there, which is nice. Looks good to me. Okay, so now we want to take a hard eraser. We want to fix this ear by erasing the shadow just on it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That initial shadow, you'll know you did right if you don't see a big line right there where the ear line ends. For me, that's how I know that I got that shadow angle right. Which this is like the worst way to delete an area. Because I guarantee you there are going to be like little pixels in there that I've missed. I don't see them though, so they don't exist. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go back in and brush in the shadows again, slightly smaller brush. There we go. I'm going to get another brush that comes into the back of the horn here. I want the horn to have its own little shadow. We're going to do the same thing over here in the back of the horn there. We're then going to erase where it overflowed onto his face, to his hair tuft. His hair's getting longer, dude. He needs a fucking haircut. But anytime I try to bring scissors near him, he just grabs them and runs. There we go. I am gonna add a little shadow here on his hair tuft. Not a lot though. Because we can come back in and we're gonna go with a soft boy. There we go. There we go. Really just enough to suggest that there is a bit of volume there, but not to do much else. I think we also do the same thing where we bring out a little bit of his chest. Bring out a little bit of his chest here with the eraser, the old eraser. And there we've built up some pretty good contrast. There we go. I think the shadows could even be brought down a bit more. I think right there is about good. That feels much better. I'm wondering if the colorization here should be different, if there should be an actual color in there. Like yellow or orange. If we were to take a bright yellow or orange and grab just those sections. You know, if there's a color, that would be good. It's off by 1 pixel. Fuck! It's okay, it'll just have to stay that way then. Yeah, I'm thinking some kind of color, but I don't know. You know, either blue, we could do a red. I think a red is one that we've used pretty frequently for this sort of thing. Red definitely ends up feeling like a Coco emote. Ugh. Ugh. I think I like the red. I think the red is classic Coco emote. I think the red will show up better too. Now these aren't done, of course. What I need to do is take them down to 112 pixels. And then what I do is I further embolden some lines that don't look very bold anymore. So there's more touch-ups that happen between here. And then I do it again on the 28 pixel that gets uploaded officially. But because Better Twitch TV takes a 112 upload, and Twitch TV can take it all the way up to a 500 square pixel upload. These are big enough for merch. These are 500 by 500 pixels, so these are big enough for stickers and stuff at 300 dpi here. That's the whole point of drawing at this scale, is that these could be made into stickers if people wanted them. Okay. I feel like I'm happy with this. I could add a little shading to his tongue, but I feel like it would just add darkness in an area where we want it to be lighter. His teeth help show that his mouth is open, and the tongue helps show the bottom of the mouth, so it really will express how large the mouth is. I think his eyes will need to be emboldened a little bit, but I think at this scale it's fine. I like the red. Again, I'd add a gun or a little middle finger to it, but I can't do that. I tried. You can't even censor. You can't even censor the middle finger. I did the blocky censorship and it didn't take it. You're like, you can't upload this. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna save this as POUT. I'll finish this one. I'll finish that one and then we'll be able to upload it and get it up and going. And I think that'll be good. Chat, I'm starving, dude. I'm starving. I'm gonna go. Oh, no core keeper, no cities. It's okay, dude. Short stream today. Oh. We'll be back for regular stuff tomorrow. It's weird not starting with video games, dude. I had a good time, though. We got a couple emotes just about ready to go. And there's more on the way, of course. So I hope you guys enjoy this. For those of you watching on YouTube, there's more coming.